Shalom, shalom, shalom. Before we even get started with this lesson, first and foremost, we want to start by giving all praises and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Wadash. Secondly, we want to give double honors to the Elders Apostles and Elder Bishops of Great Millstone who rule well and worthy of double honors. And third and lastly, we want to give salutation to all the occupants of the hopeful elect that pushing forth this word in the truth in righteousness and sincerity throughout the four corners. Shalom, shalom, shalom. And pretty much, man, I'm going to read Revelation 12 and 12 real quick and everything, when I'm going to be laying back. It's going to be a quick listen on the, and a lot of brothers already done touch on it and done went into it as far as the bill, the C9, Canadian Act, combating hate crime, and which that's going to be over here in Babylon as well too, man. That's Esau. We're going to read Revelation 12 and 12. Man, he know his run is over with, man. So this devil's gonna come with his draconian laws, all right. And Esau gets to choose what's hate speech, all right. After and pretty much, when them draconian laws, man, your constitution is stripped away, man. It's suspended, man. All right, So these devils can deem you. They can deem anybody a damn terrorist, a criminal, all right. At the end of the damn day, or if they think that through your activity on the internet, things you be checking out, they can say that, oh man, in the future we feel like he's gonna break a crime, so they can arrest you like without even proper cause. Like I said, unrighteous decrees, but all is going back to this devil knows time is short. Everything pertaining to the truth, because this devil ultimately want to come after the prophets, the men of the Lord. He wants us off them highways and byways, and really going into the hour of temptation. That's how we coming in too, man. All right, rapidly, man. That Jacob's trouble, our temptation, it's going to be up on us sooner than what we believe, man. We in that time, man. Let's read Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants, and woe means destruction, to the inhabitants of the earth, all right, and of the sea. Hey, talking about you people, man. Hey, 2/3, most likely going to start with the house of Israel, man. All right. So Esau coming after anybody that has that's against his one world order, all right. Anybody against his establishment, anybody that's against, taking, all right, his mark, man, that mark of the beast, which is that character, man. Anybody that's against it, he gonna deem you a terrorist, an enemy of the state, all right, and he gonna deem the punishment, all right, if you refusal to take his mark, it's gonna be punishable by death, man. That's the time we coming in too. All right, hey, we've been giving that warning, starting from the Elders Apostles, Great Millstone. The Elder Bishops on down us have been giving that warning consistently, still giving that warning. All right, so hey, y'all, you can't say you ain't been warned, man. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe, which means destruction, to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time, man. With Bible prophecy is happening, all right before Esau's eyes. He already know, just the awakening. And I'm talking about the super elite who I'm referring to, and you have certain Esau of the upper high luminary that know, about the prophets, know about Israel. They see prophecy taking place. They're watching the videos, they're in tune, with Great Millstone. They know we the prophets, the men of the Lord, man. Start from the Elders Apostles, Elder Bishops on down, man. They know we got the true testimony of Yahawashi Double. At the end of the day, they see what happened, man. They about Israel waking back up, man. All right, they already know this Bible prophecy, man. All right, Bob's waking back up to our nationality, stirring up our pure remembrance. They see all this activity that's going on throughout the four corners. All these great millstone camps, throughout the four corners. You got other Israelite camps that's, ISUPK, IUIC. You got a lot of those camps that's out there. A lot of activities going on. Esau know, all right. But Esau know the top Hebrew Israelite group, all right. You can you can go on Chat GPT and type in what Hebrew Israelite camp is known for prophecy. And going back to Revelation 19 and 10, Yahawashi Double say he the spirit of prophecy. Hey man, Chat GPT, which that's Esau doing his research, doing his diligent search, all right, telling the truth for a change. At the end of the day, they gonna let you know, man, when it comes to prophecy, that's Great Millstone. When it comes to pushing his word and pushing the truth of Yahawashi Double, that's Great Millstone at the end of the day or whatnot, man. All right, Great Millstone don't have a 501c3 charter. We don't have a covenant or a contract with Esau at the end of the day, getting free tax exempt money pretty much, really, when you are getting that 501c3 charter, really you're being compromised because you're making a pact, you're making a treaty, you're making a contract with Esau, all right? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you make that pact with goddamn fucking Esau, man, your ass can't sit up there and go against, you know what I'm saying, you know, his agenda. You can't speak out against the mark of the beast and give warning and saying that his kingdom is gonna go down through the power of Yahawashi. All right, you know what I'm saying? You know, you can't say he the wicked, he the devil, he the third category man of the Bible. I mean, you know, the scriptures tell you, you know, you can't say the true name of Yahawah, which is the Father, the true name of the Son, which is Yahawashi. All right, you know what I'm saying? You declaring the true name to Israel. Man, Esau ain't gonna allow you to get no free tax exempt money, and you bringing out, you pushing out 100% truth, and especially when you tell them don't take the Quran. And that's Bible prophecy, this end time prophecy, Revelation 13, 16, and 17. You know what I'm saying? You know, going into that word mark. And if you take that mark, hey, that's gonna be the judgment, Revelation 14, 9, and 10, man. Now, it's so many scriptures where Yahawashi say he gonna defend his very elect, man. You can read doggone 2nd Ezra 16th chapter, you read 70 verse on down. You go to Psalms 91 chapter, where it says a 1,000 plagues, you know what I'm saying? I mean, 1,000 shall, you know, pretty much roughly paraphrasing, you know what I'm saying, judgment gonna happen to 1,000 goddamn Israelites around us, but guess what? None of those plagues is gonna touch the elect, the true believers of Yahawashi, man. All right, you know, so we got plenty of scriptures and faith boosted scriptures of Yahawashi protecting, you know what I'm saying, his very elect, man, during the time of the hour of temptation, Jacob's trouble. You know what I'm saying, you know, most high, Ecclesiastes 2 and 10. Whoever trusts in Yahawashi and was confounded, man. Not one, man. Not one. Not none, man. All right, at the end of the day, man. All right, Yahawashi, you know what I'm saying, did not despise anybody that believe in him, man, or call upon him at the end of the doggone day. So this time ain't gonna be no doggone different. Isaiah 65 and 13, man. You know, Yahawashi say his servants are gonna eat and they gonna drink in the time of trouble, man. All right, you know, so that's why our faith is gonna lie in, man. Yahawashi, man. We're gonna rely on Yahawashi 100%, man. At that, man. All right. So Most High told us, you know, you ain't gonna be able to buy. I mean, you get that. I mean, if the Most High put on the spirit and tell us don't take the charagma, and you can't buy and sell us, you got the charagma. Once Esau killed this goddamn fucking dollar bill, collapsed the dollar bill, in the fourth industrial age, the technocracy. All right, you know what I'm saying? You know, come in full effect. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, Esau established it. You know, it's gonna be a cashless society, man. All right, gonna be a digital currency. Everything is gonna be on that charagma, man. That's where your faith is gonna lie. So how you gonna? So you gonna have faith in Yahawashi make a way for you? Because that day we're gonna be like pilgrims, man. Going back to 2nd Ezra 16th chapter, and that day you gonna know who the chosen is, man. Because some of us gonna get cast out of our houses, which that's gonna happen. All right, you know, okay. That's where it's gonna be a display. You gonna have to physically demonstrate your doggone faith, man. Ain't gonna be about no doggone, you know, ain't gonna be no word of mouth, man. You know, going right back to Book of James, man. You gotta show, and that go for all, go for me too, go for everybody, bro. You know, you gotta show your faith by your works, man. All right, you know what I'm saying? Faith without works is dead, man. All right, you know, going back, Book of James, you can't just be a hearer of this word, you gotta be a doer as well too. All right, going back to Book of James, man. All right, you know, so everything we was taught, you know what I'm saying, by Elders Apostles, Elder Bishops, hey, you know, we was taught the sound doctrine, 100% true. Hey, guess what, man? You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to have to apply, man. We got to stick with the sound doctrine, man. What we learned, man, at the end of the day. Okay? You know? So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, going back to 2nd Ezra, it's the 9th chapter. I think that 2nd Ezra is, I forgot what, I know it's the 9th chapter, but I think, yeah, 2nd Ezra is 9 and 7. You know, I quote that a lot. When it goes into the elect, that the elect shall escape by their works, man. Our works, bro. Going back to your faith. You know, faith is confidence and hope of evidence of things not seen, man. All right, you know, going back to Hebrews, man. You know, so I mean, we coming in some beautiful times, man. We just know, you know, by this bill C9 that's gonna pass. You know what I'm saying? You know, which, you know, gonna go in full effect, and which that's Esau gonna really show them goddamn motherfucking horns, man. And ultimately going into the famine of the word. And when this devil about to persecute the prophets, when he physically, because he gonna verbally, and you know, he gonna try to paint this narrative, you know, gonna try to make us look like radicals and make us look insane. You know how Esau like to turn around and make everybody look like the boogeyman, even though he the fucking boogeyman and shit. They trying to, you know what I'm saying, make it look like we the boogeyman. You know, being the deceiver, being the devil that the fuck he is, man. All right, at the end of the day. And then, you know, that ain't gonna be good enough for this devil. The devil gonna physically come after the prophet, and that's when he gonna force Yahawashi Double to raise that standard right before his fucking face, man. Right before his ass, man. All right, you know, what's I gonna? Hey, he gonna set us. You know what I'm saying? Set that standard, man. Point that standard right in front of Esau's face, bro. All right, at the end of the day, man. This devil, like I said, he ain't got but a couple of seconds reigning in this goddamn kingdom, man. All right, you know, he had the fair end. That's why he had the end. That's why he's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? With nothing to lose, man. He gonna come with that great wrath, man. All right, at the end of the damn day, you know what I'm saying? And 2/3, Most High gonna give 2/3 over to the fucking Esau. They ain't want to return back to him. All right, you know. And look at this devil, man, about to pass his bill, come after you Israelites. All right, you know, because this devil's still angry because of the blessing, which you niggas don't know what the fuck y'all ass is. Y'all niggas all in the BET Awards and Drewski and goddamn Keke Palmer stupid ass talking about she wish she could have damn hosted shit. You know, all this stupid shit, all the number of distractions, bro. All this damn distractions that's fucking going on and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, to take your mind off of Esau, knowing his time is short. He about to come after your ass. He about to come after you citizens, man. Anybody that oppose that one world order, Esau's coming after, man, with that great wrath, man. And he's coming, you know what I'm saying, non-descriptively, you know what I'm saying, to put your ass to fucking death, man. And really, that's an anger of Yahawashi Double, going back to Psalm 17 and 13, when King David was praying to Yahawashi Double, protect them from the wicked, which is the sword of Yahawashi Double on the left-hand side, man. You know? So, man, but outside of that, we coming in some great times, man. That Bill C now, which y'all can look it up and find out more information for yourselves, man. You know, you go ahead, Google, whatever, Wikipedia, whatever you want to do. Really, you know, going into the, you know what I'm saying, all, you know, the Esau love to change the damn bills up, man. Really, you know, going into, I think it was called, what that shit was called, the Arthur Plan or some shit back in the damn day, which is turn into the Georgia Guidestone or whatnot, the Agenda 21, you know, all that shit, the same damn thing, man. Really, to destroy the children of Israel, man, ultimately at the end of the damn day or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? You know, all right? To physically destroy the children of Israel. But nevertheless, that ain't gonna happen because Yahawashi Double kept a cluster and remnant to himself, so that ain't gonna happen. But nevertheless, man, that's the end of my lesson, prayer, and I hope it was edifying to the body, hope for elect. With that, I want to say shalom, shalom to the whole Shalom.